My precious light wrapped in earth's veil, my child, my beloved. Before you read any further, I want you to feel something, not fear or panic, but a shaking that your soul hasn't felt in years, a sign from God that what's coming is more than just good news. You didn't expect the best thing to happen. But first, you need to make a promise to heaven. Do not skip this. There isn't a line or a breath, because God has seen how long you've been holding on. And now, He's sending a loud yes. Michael, the Archangel, says, the time has begun. Just 3 hours. And you'll miss the thing you begged heaven for in silence if you blink too long. What's really crazy? Last night, the angels were actually having a party. There was a sound of your name in the clouds, because something changed. Something changed. The wall that was stopping you was broken down by a divine storm. Also, guess what? Right now, it's running toward your house. But make sure you don't skip. Let me whisper something beautiful into your spirit before we show you what's hidden. This message wasn't for everyone. Heaven chose it and put it right in front of you. You are the one we were waiting for if you are still here. Please do something that most people won't. Sign up to hear God's whispers, because messages like this won't last forever. But miracles will always be with you. Dove, if you're brave enough to accept them, your confirmation is not a mistake. The answer to your prayers while no one was looking is here. Take a deep breath, because this is where the revelation starts. Do you know how some days feel heavier than others, my sweetheart? The air feels thick, and when you breathe, your chest doesn't rise the same way it used to. That was your enemy trying to keep you from focusing on what was really important. God would not let you miss something beautiful that was coming up. Now you know why Archangel Michael has been waiting and watching over your miracle. The order has now been given. Start it up. But there's more than one good thing going on in 3 hours. No, kid, it's not like that. It's about how everything changes for the better at once. Like dominoes that you never saw falling, all at once and perfectly in place. I'm going to tell you the truth, though, so don't worry about it. It will make you cry if you ignore this moment and act like it's not for you. There will be pain in the corner of your room. I felt it in a whisper. Why didn't I fully open it when God sent it? It will be too late by then. Don't be scared. It's a holy invitation. God's kindness wrapped in fire. Archangel Michael says, heaven never begs, but today heaven is bending toward you because your destiny has been aching to arrive. So don't make the mistake of brushing this off. Not now. Not when you're this close. There's someone watching your name, studying your light, and they're about to enter your life with news you never imagined. A breakthrough hidden in human clothes. A message disguised as coincidence. A door dressed like a delay. But it's all been rearranged by the divine. Can you feel it now? The tingling in your chest, that's your soul remembering what's already yours. Because heaven didn't forget your name. God whispered it again today morning, and the angels moved. There's a door that's been locked for years, and you've tried everything to open it. Patience, pain, prayer, even pretending like you don't care anymore. But heaven never forgot that door. God saw every time you stood in front of it whispering, please, just this once, and walking away with tears behind your smile. That door, child, is creaking open now. Not because you forced it, not because someone helped you break through, but because God Himself just turned the key. And what's behind it? It's not just one thing. It's not just a message. It's a flood, a holy flood of answers, alignment, people, restoration, power, money, clarity, and healing. And sometimes, my child, That holy flood begins with accepting the guidance God has already placed directly into your hands. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear. You are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you. A 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. A path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comments below, because heaven's answer can bring both spiritual peace and the practical direction you need to move forward. Everything I have covered across this channel is now in one place. The prayers, the teachings, the daily blessings, it is all inside the Daily Miracle Manual. Link in the description. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community, seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. Yes, healing of the kind that touches not only your body, but your memories. It's every not yet finally becoming a yes. It's every no being revealed as divine protection. It's every rejection turning into a redirection toward what is now yours and cannot be taken again. Archangel Michael is shouting with joy in the heavens because you made it here. You arrived at this divine checkpoint, and now the energy around you is electric. Why? Because you're not just close to change. You are the change. You're the moment your family never saw coming. You're the answer to the bloodline's broken cycle. You are the shift they didn't believe could happen. And because of that, things are about to fall into place fast. 3 hours, beloved. That's not a metaphor. In 3 hours, something will be released that was once blocked by human hands. It may come as a phone call, a message, an alert, a knock, a decision, but it's arriving. And if your soul is open, if your heart receives this word, you will know exactly when it happens. You will feel a shiver of truth down your spine, and you'll say, "Oh my God, this is it." And it will be. So don't get distracted now. Don't let the enemy put noise in your ears. Don't fall into scrolling, worrying, comparing, or doubting. Stay in alignment. This message isn't just inspiration, it's activation. It's the trumpet before the fall of the wall, the whisper before the miracle walks through your door wearing human skin. Stay with this vibration. Keep your spirit awake, because what's coming will be so heavy with light that you won't even have words at first. Just tears, just stillness, just thank you, God. I waited. Do you remember the moment you almost gave up completely? The one where your hands were tired of holding everything together? Where your heart whispered, maybe I'm not meant for the kind of love, success, or peace I keep dreaming of. That moment, as silent and private as it was heard in heaven louder than a scream. God saw it. Archangel Michael stood beside you in it. And though you didn't see him, his sword was drawn over you, protecting you from things that wanted you to break. That moment didn't disqualify you. It qualified you. It made the angels move with urgency. It made God say, now prepare the miracle, prepare the opening. And child, this is the hour that opening begins, not by force, not by chasing, but by alignment. You don't need to prove anything anymore. You've already proven your heart. Now it's your turn to receive. Yes, receive without guilt. Receive without fear that it will disappear. Receive with the full knowing that this is divine timing. Heaven's clock just rang, and your name echoed in the room. The courtroom of heaven has ruled in your favor, and the verdict is release. Breakthrough, joy, justice, compensation for the years the locusts ate, beauty for ashes, laughter where the pain once sat. Not just spiritually, but tangibly. This is not just emotional relief. This is financial, romantic, relational, and physical restoration. All the parts of you that were in pieces are coming back now. Not in the way they left, but better, more whole, transformed. And here's the part that will shock you. Someone you thought forgot you is watching you in silence, heart pounding, knowing they made a mistake by walking away. God has touched their heart. Their soul has been shaken awake, and within hours, they will move. They will speak. They will open their mouth and say what you always deserve to hear. And your spirit will recognize the moment, not because of their words, but because of the peace that finally returns to your body. Peace, the kind you forgot existed. Peace that lets you sleep deep and wake up whole. Peace that lets you look in the mirror and say, this is what it feels like when heaven fights for me. Close your eyes just for a second, because what you're about to read was written in the sky before you were even born. You've spent so many nights asking questions no one could answer. You smiled in rooms that never saw your broken pieces. You held yourself when the world felt cold. And yet look at you, still here, still breathing, still open even with the scars. Do you know how rare that is to still have hope when everything you hoped for seemed delayed? But God, oh God, He was not ignoring you. He was protecting the version of you that would fully understand the gift once it arrived. There were things you wanted back then that would have crushed you if they had come too early. But now you've grown. You've been carved open by pain, yes, but also made wide enough to receive the blessing without breaking under the weight of it. And that's what this next chapter holds. Weighty blessings, not temporary highs, not almost, not maybe this time, but things that stay, things that fill, things that heal. And Archangel Michael says, this is not just a good season coming to you. It's a reversal. a divine reversal of everything that tried to delay your name. You see, the enemy didn't fear your past. He feared your arrival. And now that you're here, now that you're waking up, opening this, reading this, breathing with this energy, he's terrified, because you're not just someone trying to survive anymore. You're someone who's about to inherit, and that inheritance is not a metaphor, it's real. There is something with your name on it. Money, land, peace, favor, contracts, clarity, love, truth, reunions, power, and it's not in the distance anymore. It's hours away. You don't need to chase it. You only need to stay aligned, stay awake, stay open, because heaven is positioning someone right now to speak your name in a room that your feet haven't entered yet. A decision is being made in your favor. Papers are being signed. A heart is being softened. A family member is being confronted by angels in their sleep. An opportunity is being reordered. And while it may feel quiet on the outside, the invisible world is roaring for you. Every time you felt left out, unseen, forgotten, heaven was watching. And now you're going to be repaid in such a way that your mouth won't even know how to form the right thank you. You'll stand there in holy stillness whispering, "Is this really for me?" And the answer will be yes. Yes, it's for you. Yes, it was always going to be you. Yes, God never abandoned your timeline. He was weaving it carefully, painfully, lovingly. He was hiding you not to punish you, but to prepare the world for the unveiling of his favorite miracle, you. And now, my child, the curtain is rising, the light is shifting, the air around you is different. Pay attention. People will start speaking differently around you. Random conversations will carry secret confirmations. Dreams will increase. Numbers, signs, repeated names will start to show up. This is not your imagination. This is alignment. And you are not late. You are right on time. And the only thing God needs from you now is your full belief. Not the belief that's half and half fear, but the kind of belief that throws the door wide open and says, "God, I'm ready. I trust you more than I trust my past." That's when the next miracle hits. That's when your phone rings with news that changes your whole plan. That's when someone who said never again says, "Come home." That's when the job you thought was lost returns with triple the offer. That's when your health suddenly improves without explanation. That's when someone you love finally tells you the truth you knew in your spirit all along. This isn't fantasy. This is fulfillment. And if you're still reading this, it means your spirit knew before your mind did something good is coming. There is a divine document written with your name on it that's just been unsealed in the spiritual realm. You don't see it yet, but it carries the authority of completion. The things you thought would take years are being shortened into hours. The restoration you thought was impossible is being signed off with God's yes. This is not about hope anymore. It's about harvest. And Archangel Michael, with his sword drawn and wings wide, is overseeing the delivery. He's been silencing every lying voice that said you were forgotten. Every demon that mocked your delay has now been muzzled. You were never behind. You are being prepared, because what's coming has weight. It has magnitude. It will require your strength, your peace, your clarity, and your faith. And God refused to let it come when you were still doubting if you deserved it. But now you've reached the point of readiness. Your tears taught you. Your silence strengthened you. Your surrender shaped you. And now all of heaven agrees. It's time. Heaven has declared that your season of delay is over. Seal this divine decree right now by writing, "My time is now" in the comments below. Let your words serve as an indelible signature in the spirit realm that you accept this sacred breakthrough. Someone who abandoned you is being forced to feel the weight of what they let go. They've been restless, shaken, seeing your face in moments they least expected. God has been haunting their spirit with your name, not to punish, but to awaken. And soon they'll speak. But even if they don't, something even greater is happening. God is restoring the energy you gave away. The pieces of yourself that you scattered trying to love people who couldn't love you back. They're returning now. You're no longer operating from depletion. You're stepping into overflow. And that overflow will attract what is real, what is pure, what is finally safe. Because the most divine relationships come when we no longer need to beg to be seen. Your soul is entering its season of recognition. People who never truly valued your heart will now sit in silence wondering how they missed the light you carried. But don't chase them. That season is over. You are not a seeker anymore. You are a magnet for truth, a magnet for wealth, a magnet for divine partnership. Claim your new identity in the comments by typing, "I am a magnet for miracles." Don't just read these words. Write them out as a bold, active declaration that you are opening your hands to receive everything heaven is releasing into your life today. And Archangel Michael wants you to know that in the next 3 hours, one specific door is going to shake open. It may be small on the outside, but it will lead to something massive. Don't dismiss it. Don't overthink it. Don't delay. Say yes when your spirit recognizes it, because this isn't just about breakthrough. It's about becoming. You're becoming the version of you that your ancestors prayed for. You're becoming the one that breaks the cycle, the one that carries divine favor forward, the one that shifts generations. And even if you've been quiet about your faith, the spirit realm has never been quiet about you. They know who you are. The demons know who you are. The angels know who you are. And soon the world will too. Don't be surprised when people start watching you differently. Don't be surprised when opportunities arrive without logical reason. Don't be surprised when you start feeling lighter, clearer, stronger. It's not an accident. It's not a fluke. It's the result of everything you've endured, forgiven, overcome. You've made it through hell, and now heaven is rewarding you in public for the wars you fought in private. So hold your head high. Cry if you need to. But whatever you do, don't you dare walk away from this message as if it were just another word. No, this is the moment heaven has been preparing for you to notice. This is the flash between what you were and what you're about to become. You don't even realize the spiritual traffic jam that has just been cleared in your name. For weeks, months, there have been blockages you couldn't see, delays that made no earthly sense. You prayed, fasted, cried, waited, and still nothing seemed to move. But what you didn't know is that heaven had assigned multiple angels to stand between you and harm, between you and manipulation, between you and doors that looked beautiful but would have broken your soul. And now that the danger has passed, now that your alignment is strong again, those angels have stepped aside and suddenly the path looks clear. Things will start to flow so fast, you won't even have time to analyze them. And that's the miracle, because overthinking was never your superpower. Your spirit was your intuition, that deep divine knowing that would whisper, "Don't go there," or "Wait a little longer." That inner voice that you kept silencing to keep others comfortable is now rising in full authority. You'll begin hearing God more clearly. You'll begin feeling the shift before the email arrives, before the phone rings, before the person confesses. The complete guide, every daily prayer, every spiritual tool, everything I've put together to help you grow your faith is down in the description. It's called the Daily Miracle Manual. Now, stay right here with me, because as this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. And Archangel Michael says, this gift is permanent now. You did well on the test. In the quiet, you've been true. Heaven is now giving you spiritual sight. This time, you won't fall for fake love, broken promises, or half-hearted blessings. You are becoming new. People who used to think you weren't necessary will suddenly realize they were wrong about how great you really are. But please pay close attention. Child, don't go back to the place where God had to save you. Never let someone come back, cry, or say everything you wanted to hear. Not everything that comes back is meant to stay. Being smart will keep the peace this time like a sword, and it will cost a lot for your peace. You won't waste it on talks that make you feel bad. You won't try to fit into rooms that are too small for you. And sometimes, my child, keeping the peace also means going in the straight and honest path God has set out for you. I can see how much weight you've been carrying, my child. The worries you don't talk about money, the stress, and the nights when your mind won't shut off. People have heard your prayers for peace. You are not supposed to be scared and confused on this journey. You should have faith, be clear, and know what to do every day. That's why a simple path has been set up for you. A 30-day system for faith and money breakthroughs. You will be given a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear instructions every day to help you get back in charge. There is nothing too big or too hard, just steady, small steps that lead to peace and stability. Start today if your heart says it's time. Do not wait any longer. The link is in the description and in the comments that have been pinned below. The next step is not meant to take you back to fear and confusion. It's meant to get you ready for peace, growth, and wisdom that last. It's not just about getting something out of this miracle. It's about finishing school. You are moving on from fear, doubt, betrayal, shame, and keeping things from other people. You are not the same person you used to be who could handle emotional hunger. God is now giving your soul food every day. You'll taste happiness like honey again. You'll smile for no reason when you wake up. It will come time for you to say to yourself, I like who I'm becoming, and heaven will agree. You've been shaped by divine fire, made smooth like gold and soft like clay. Now you're being sent out shining. Someone will see that glow and fall to their knees, not to worship you, but to be amazed at how God has kept you alive. People will ask you how you made it through, how you loved even after being hurt, and how you stayed kind in a world that had forgotten how to feel. And you won't answer with pride, but with kindness, because I always believed in who I was becoming. God will smile at that point because that was the lesson all along. That is, not how to do things to get love or miracles, but how to believe you deserve them all along. Now, dear ones, it's time. The news has been sent from heaven. The time is running out. The oil is coming out. The door is going to open, and your name is on the miracle that is coming straight at you. If you could see what's going on in the background of your life right now, you would be so moved by it that you would fall to your knees. You would know why the wait was so painful, why you were held back when you were ready to move forward, why people left without being told why the money slowed down, why relationships broke up, why you had to let go of things you thought would last forever. God never said no to you. He was looking out for the part of you that was ready to receive without breaking. When a blessing comes too soon, it feels like a trouble. But you, my child, have grown up and become what you promised. You're no longer just getting by. The winds that used to knock you down have made you stand tall. That pose is what made the last miracle happen in the spirit world. Right now, angels are gathering around the plan for your life, and the part they're going to start is called fulfillment. At this point in your life, your prayers start to turn into phone calls, when someday turns into now, where people who didn't pay attention to you before start talking highly of you because they don't understand how you're shining without getting even. This is the time of your restoration. At first, it won't be loud. A whisper, an unexpected email, a sudden deposit, a conversation that changes everything, and a moment of peace that feels like it never left will be the start. And Archangel Michael says, don't question the speed. You've earned this acceleration. The rules that applied to others won't apply to you anymore. What took others years will take you weeks. What once felt like a war will now feel like a whisper. You're entering into the realm of ease, not because life will be perfect, but because your spirit is finally aligned with what heaven always knew was yours. But be warned, not everyone will celebrate you, and that's okay, because you're not living for applause. You're living in divine flow. Let them watch. Let them question. Let them wonder how you still rose after the betrayal, after the losses, after the isolation. You don't need to explain anymore. Your breakthrough will be your response. Your joy will be your defense and your peace. It will be so loud. It will quiet every lie that was ever spoken against you. You are not cursed. You were never cursed. You were covered in delays that disguise divine timing, covered in disappointments that taught you sacred detachment, covered in detours that protected you from soul ties sent to distract you, covered by angels that stood between you and spiritual traps, covered by God's love while you slept through battles you didn't even know you were in. And now He's lifting the veil. If you feel the divine protection that has carried you through the dark, take a moment to type, "Thank you, God, for covering me," down in the comments. Let this be your heartfelt offering of gratitude as heaven lifts the veil on your restoration. Now He's saying, it's your time to see what I've been building behind the scenes. There are people you haven't even met yet who are about to bless you without needing a reason. Their spirit will recognize something in you they can't explain. You won't have to perform. You won't have to chase. You'll simply walk in rooms, and favor will follow. Not because you're better, but because you're aligned. And alignment makes things easy. Doors will open without knocking. Decisions will be made in your favor before you even speak. And the things you once feared will now fear you. Not because you're dangerous, but because you're drenched in anointing. And the anointing, it makes things move. Watch how quickly people change their tone when they sense what God is doing in your life. Watch how the same voices that doubted you begin to echo your wisdom. Watch how heaven vindicates you without needing your help. This is divine recompense. This is years of silence being answered in a sentence, and that sentence will feel like healing. And you'll know without a doubt God never forgot. There is a sacred silence between when a miracle is signed in heaven and when it arrives on earth. And right now, beloved, you are inside that silence. Not the kind that feels empty, but the kind that feels pregnant with something you can't quite explain. Your skin feels it, your bones feel it, and your heart. It's been whispering things like something is coming, even when your mind tries to doubt it. That's because your soul already got the invitation. The angels already delivered it. And in just hours, the miracle will match the message. God has commanded this moment. You didn't create it. You didn't manipulate it. You didn't manifest it. It was chosen for you before you even had language for it. All you did was stay open long enough for it to find you. And now everything is turning in your favor. Even the things that looked like loss, especially those. What you lost was not punishment. It was preparation. God removed what couldn't go with you into this next season. The people who fell off didn't leave you. They were released from you, and you didn't need to explain. You didn't need closure because heaven saw what you didn't, and now the release has made room for the right ones. There is a connection coming that will change everything, not just emotionally, but spiritually, financially, creatively, relationally. You'll speak and they'll hear your spirit. You'll cry and they'll feel it in their chest. You'll rest and they'll cover you with prayer without you asking. You've never been loved this way before, but you will be soon because you finally stopped begging for crumbs from tables you were never meant to sit at. And now God is building your own table, a place where your gifts will be honored, where your heart will be safe, where your past will not be weaponized, and where your future will be protected by people who don't just want to stand beside your light. They want to guard it. These people are coming. Some you've met before but didn't recognize. Others are brand new and were delayed by divine design. But now they're being sent drawn by the fragrance of your healing. Because healing has a sound. Healing has a scent, and your life has begun to carry it. That's why doors are opening. If you want the full guide with every prayer and lesson I've compiled for this community, check the description for the Daily Miracle Manual. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit Out Community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. That's why some people suddenly can't look away. That's why others are quietly walking away. Your healed energy no longer makes room for their unhealed motives. This is the beginning of your reward season, a time of unexpected yes, divine surprises, private whispers from God that turn into public evidence of His love. And it won't just be one moment, it will be a flood, a series of back-to-back reminders that say, "See, I was always with you. I will never forget. I was saving the best for last." And you'll cry, not from pain, but from release. The kind of release that comes when you no longer have to carry the weight alone. Heaven is assigning help to you. Now, human help, earthly hands, divine partnerships, people who won't compete with your light, they'll cover it. People who won't just understand your gift, they'll protect it. This is sacred, beloved. This is rare. This is the life God had in mind when He called you chosen. And now Archangel Michael stands at your side whispering, "Do not return to who you had to become just to survive. That version of yourself is whole. It got the job done. But this is your rebirth. And oh, what a rebirth it will be. You'll speak differently, move differently. You'll see delays and know they're divine. You'll feel rejection and understand it as redirection. You'll lose people and feel peace instead of panic, because you finally understand if it was meant for you, it couldn't leave. And if it left, it's because God is preparing something that never will. And here's the part you weren't expecting. Within the next 3 hours, you will receive a sign so direct, so undeniable, so precisely timed, it will confirm everything this message has spoken. And when it happens, you will pause, look up and say, "You really meant it, didn't you?" And heaven will say, "Yes, I always did." Talk to heaven right now by leaving a comment that says, "Amen, I receive this sign." By writing this, you move from passively listening to actively believing, which means that this promise will be a part of your life even before the sign shows up. It's not restlessness that you wake up feeling like something is about to change. It's prophetic preparation, because heaven is about to give you what you couldn't even ask for. You don't need to do more, prove more, or be more. What's coming is a reward for survival. You made it through what was sent to kill your light. Now God is saying, let them shine. In the next few hours, you'll feel it. A sudden peace for no reason. A name that crosses your mind. A flash of something that used to hurt but doesn't anymore. That's healing. That's alignment. That's your sign. And it's no longer subtle. It's time. Archangel Michael says, the silence you felt last week wasn't abandonment. It was angels guiding you through your future, making room for divine events. You're not behind schedule. You're right on time, which is a miracle. It's moving like a rising tide toward your name. Don't let the enemy take your attention away right now. Stay calm. He will send noise, hurry, and fear. Stay strong in your faith, because giving up now would cost you divine timing. Instead, turn it on. Take some time to soften up. Take a deep breath in. Right now, someone is being moved to do something for you that they never thought they'd do. Feel what's happening around you. They swore they'd never say that. To put out something they didn't want to put out before now. Why now? Because God spoke to their hearts. Because heaven told them your name in a whisper. This moment was written a long time ago, before pain got in the way. Right now, there is a wind that carries your name. The heavens can see it, but everyone else can't. This wind isn't normal. It has been approved. It has reversal on it. This is carrying everything you prayed for when no one else did. People didn't notice you when you were at your best in rooms. You didn't say anything while other people talked over you. You gave up something that no one saw and still smiled, even though it hurt. Now though, God says, enough hiding, enough shrinking, enough waiting. Now is the time when people can see you, not to get attention or fame, but so that people can use your story to show that miracles really do happen. Michael, the Archangel, is now getting closer, and in the gentlest voice he says, "You've made it through battles that would have buried others, and still you loved, still you hoped, still you showed up." This kind of endurance doesn't go unnoticed. It earns a divine reward. And beloved, your reward is not just coming, it's already been released. You just haven't seen the physical form yet, but spiritually, the release has happened. The door has opened. The yes has been signed. The reversal has been spoken. You'll start to notice the signs. The way your name suddenly comes up in conversations of favor. The way someone brings up an opportunity that sounds too aligned to be random. The way your soul will whisper, "This is it." And you'll know God is orchestrating what man could never fake. You'll feel peace where there used to be anxiety. You'll sleep deeper. You'll cry softer. And your tears will feel like cleansing, not breakdown. Because finally, your spirit will say, "I'm safe now." Archangel Michael says, a secret has been kept in heaven about you. Not because you weren't ready, but because the world wasn't ready to honor what you carry. But now they are. Now they will see the full glow. Not the dimmed version, not the masked version, but the divine, complete, rising version of you. People who overlooked you will come back confused, not because you've changed so much outwardly, but because your energy no longer apologizes for existing. There's someone who thought they had time to figure things out, time to delay truth, time to run from what they felt for you. But heaven stepped in, and now their heart is under divine pressure. They will return, not out of guilt, but clarity, not because they miss you, but because they finally see you. Whether you receive them or not is up to your healed heart, but just know truth is coming. The kind that doesn't leave you confused, the kind that confirms what you already knew in the quiet. Your financial life is also being restored. Where there was dryness, there will be overflow. Where there was lack, there will be multiple streams. And no, you won't have to strive, beg, or chase. It will come because you are now magnetic to miracles. Heaven is touching the minds of decision makers in your favor. You will get the call, the approval, the payment, the open door. And when it arrives, your spirit will already be ready. There will be a moment soon, possibly today, where you stop mid-thought and ask, why does the air feel different? That's the shift, beloved. That's the moment the old timeline fully closes and the new one begins to breathe. You're walking into rooms you once dreamed of. You're becoming the version of you that once felt too far away. And heaven is walking beside you every step. There's a sound in the spirit realm right now. A quiet but thunderous rhythm. It's not a warning. It's not a threat. It's a celebration. The sound is angels clapping, wings brushing against each other, feet moving quickly across golden floors. Why? Because the one they've been protecting has finally stepped into divine readiness. There is an alignment now that can't be undone. You've passed invisible tests. You've cried behind closed doors. You forgave people who never said sorry. You kept going when your knees were shaking. And now heaven has declared it. Reward them. Reveal it. Release it. This moment wasn't earned with perfection. It was earned with endurance. You didn't fake your faith. You fought for it. And every time you said, "God, I trust you, even though I don't understand," the angels bowed their heads in awe, because that kind of trust is what moves heaven the fastest. Someone is being stirred right now because of you. They can't sleep. They're replaying conversations. They're feeling a magnetic pull that words can't explain. That's the divine thread of connection tightening. Heaven is whispering your name into their dreams, calling them to awaken to what they're meant to be in your story. And when they show up, because they will, it won't feel like chaos. It will feel like finally. You won't have to ask if it's real. Your spirit will say yes before your mind even catches up. Money is about to arrive in a way that doesn't make sense. Unexpected, effortless, a source you forgot about or never even knew was watching you. Heaven is touching hands in your direction. People who will bless you, not because they owe you, but because they're assigned to honor you. This money won't come with anxiety. It won't disappear. It will stay. It will grow. And it will fund the very thing God asked you to build. You're not meant to survive. You're meant to expand. And now you will. There are people who called you too sensitive, too intense, too soft. But heaven called you accurate, prophetic, wise beyond your years. And now, the very traits they mocked will be the ones they admire. You're not too much. You are always just too aware for those not ready to face their own reflection. And you will no longer apologize for your discernment. It's your gift, and it's about to be used in rooms where that gift will unlock doors for many. Your house will feel different soon. There's a shift coming, an actual spiritual cleansing that will fall over your space like rain. You'll breathe easier. You'll sleep deeper. You'll laugh without guilt, because the heaviness is lifting, and the lightness is not temporary. It is the reward of standing when all you wanted to do was disappear. God is rewriting the way your heart experiences home. Not just your house, but your body, your friendships, your routine. Your entire inner world is being painted in new colors. Colors of joy, ease, truth, and peace. And now, Archangel Michael steps closer to your spirit. He places his hand over your chest and he whispers, not in a way that startles, but in a way that feels like your own soul speaking back to you. You don't need to chase anything anymore. You've already become the thing they're looking for. You've become the answer. You've become the shift. You've become the doorway to other people's healing. And now the universe, the heavens, the divine hand of God, they are making sure that nothing can stop what is on its way to you. And as we pause here for now, remember, beloved, these messages continue because of people like you. We run entirely on viewer support. If you'd like to help keep this mission and these messages reaching more hearts, you can support us with a coffee through the link in the description. God bless you.